Right, today we're engine swapping an RX7, but at 800 performance points, what cars can we possibly throw up against it? Apparently, the answer to that question is some GR1 race cars, detuned to around 850 performance points. Well, that's a bit ridiculous, but I am nothing if not comically overconfident, so we're gonna give it a go. And as we hit off the start line, we get a prime example of how my overconfidence in no way relates to my actual real life skill, as I'm already sideways on the first corner. Now, we're going to have to play catch up. Luckily, while we may struggle to keep up with these high downforce monstrosities in the corners, we absolutely dwarf them when it comes to raw power, having almost double some of the other cars. This is going to give us a shot on the straights. And at the ring, there's a bunch of them. As we come around onto the first straight section of the track, we finally get to unleash all the power that this engine has to offer. And that's back in the distance at third place. He stops looking so small, and before you know it, he's behind us. Now that we've taken third place, our next target is that Porsche up in front of us. And yeah, I know it's not a GR1 race car, but I'm not made of dollars. Hell, I ain't even made of pennies. So, it's the best I could do. As we enter the next corner section of the track, the RX7 impresses me by not losing any ground. It doesn't exactly make ground, but it holds its own, and fourth place stays where it belongs. Coming out of the tight corners, we manage to keep traction, and that is something to be aware of, because there's so much power going to these wheels that in second gear, you've got to have a feather touch, otherwise you're going into a wall. As much as I want to focus my attention on overtaking this Porsche in front of me, I can't help but feel pressure from the Toyota that just won't go away. All I gotta do is hold on to the straight though, and then it won't be a problem, as long as it doesn't get past and then start blocking me. Fortunately for us, the Toyota gets bogged down in second gear, and with the tight corners, that buys us enough of a lead to hold off onto the straights. Now, we can truly focus on that Porsche. We spot an opening on the left, and we go for it. The Porsche, obligingly, puts on its indicator to make room. Unfortunately, it's the left indicator, and he proceeds to plough directly into us. It doesn't hinder us much though, because a corner later, we're switched over to the right, and we're taking him on the inside, moving up into second place. Now, we just got this long straight to track down first. Quick note to drop throttle here, but that bump is gonna kill you. Luckily I learnt that through trial and error, and now that I've survived, I'm up behind first place. This car absolutely decimates when it comes to the straights. Fortunately, there's a corner section coming up, so all we're going to do is try not to lose too much ground, so we've got a chance to take him on the final straight. As we make our way through the corners, we are doing the best that we can to stay toe to toe with that Hyundai. Unfortunately, that ain't happening, and the time difference between the two cars is slowly increasing. However, luckily for us, it is only increasing by milliseconds and not seconds. We can live with that. As I'm watching the replay and see all the faults that I am making throughout these corner sections, I understand that the problem was me all along, and that this car has so much more potential. I'd love to see what a half-decent driver could actually get out of this thing. In a shocking twist, we end up right behind first, on the corner section no less. I honestly don't know how that happened, but in a cruel twist of fate, suddenly our car decides to become a plane. We lose traction on landing, and all of the progress we've made to this point. An atrocious entry onto the high-speed corner section only exacerbates our problems even more. Now, we're really going to need to rely on that high-speed straight to walk away with the win. The unknown question is though, just how much more power do we really have compared to first place? And will it be enough? A small loss of traction really hinders our progress as we head up towards the final sweeper, and the Hyundai takes the opportunity to slowly disappear off into the distance. But before you know it, that final straight's come around, and we get to see the true power of the RX7, as by the first billboard, we've already claimed first place. And now, it's just a straight shot to the finish. An incredibly fast straight shot to the finish. At the end of the straight, we give praise to the brake gods for allowing us to get rid of all that speed and not ending up in a fiery wreck. Now, we just take the last couple of corners and ease across that finish line for a nice, comfortable win. Now, as usual, it's time to head over to the garage and take a look at that tune. The tune is set up for Deep Forest Raceway, but as you can see, you can use it anywhere. Feel free to pause, take screenshots, whatever suits you best to get the information. And remember, this car is wide-bodied. Have fun with it. As usual, if you enjoyed any part of it, please feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. It really helps. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.